Okay, so we're going to continue on with our review, and we stopped at problem number 6. So I'm going to go over to problem 7. Okay, so it says the table below shows the number of times Charlie walked around the high school track at Pirate Stadium and the time it took in minutes for her to complete the laps. What is the independent quantity in this situation? Okay, so didn't Miss Gentry say that 90% of the time, 99% of the time, the independent quantity would be the minutes? But this time, it is asking us how many minutes it took for her to complete the laps. So my laps is going to determine the time. So the independent variable this time is laps. Now, so the answer is B, the number of laps. Now, normally, and I know I told you that most of the time is the independent variable, but that's why I didn't say always. This is one of the instances where it doesn't work that way. Okay, next question. Miranda buys Reese's Peanut Cups to give to her friends for Easter. She gives each of her friends half-pound bags. Draw and label a graph that represents a relationship between the number of bags and the weight in pounds. Okay, so you're going to draw a graph. Okay. I have y equals 1/2 times x, right? So let's think about this. If I give 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends, okay, what's 1 times 1/2? 1/2. What's 2 times 1/2? What's 2 divided by? That would be 1. What's 3 times 1/2? 1 1/2. What's 4 times 1/2? What's half of a 4? 2. Okay, what if I had 10? She gave 10 friends a half bag of candy. How many pounds would she give away? 5. Okay, this is pretty easy. This is my x. This is my y. Here are my ordered pairs. 2, 1, 3, 1 1/2, 4, 2, 10, 5. Now, if I was going to graph this, and tomorrow on your test, it'll be graphed out for you. So I'd have 1/2, 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3. Okay, and then I could come over here and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so think about this. If I gave 0 friends candy, how many pounds would that be? This is pounds. This is friends. Okay, when I gave 1 friend a bag of candy, I gave them 1/2. 2, I gave them 1. Pretend like that is where it's supposed to be. 3 is 1 1/2. You get the picture. Tomorrow you'll be just having to find it. You'll have to graph these, and it'll already be done for you, and you'll just have to match it. It's super easy. Okay, Nathaniel was plotting points below, and he noticed that all of the following points satisfy a given set of conditions when plotted in a set of conditions on a coordinate plane. Okay, so I have a coordinate grid here. This is 1. That's positive, positive. This is 2, negative, positive. This is 3, negative, negative. This is 4, positive, negative. Right? That's in your composition book. Now, it says we're going to plot all of these. Over 9, up 4. Kinda. 0 up 2. -4, 6. My little plotter isn't good, sorry. 1.5, 2. Okay, so this is counting by 1, so I'm going to go halfway in between that. 3.5, 4.5. All right, so it says all the points will reflect across the y-axis onto a different quadrant. Is this the one right here? Let me change colors. The one right here, is that actually in a quadrant? Yes or no? No. This right here, if it reflects over anything, it's not going to wind up in a quadrant. So no, that won't work. All of the points have an x greater than -2. Okay, is this one greater than -2? Yes. Is this one greater than -2? Yes. Is this one greater than -2? Nope, that won't work. All of the points have a y greater than or equal to 1. Let me see if I can erase this real fast. Okay, so now I'm checking for y greater than or equal to 1. Is this greater than 1? Check. 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 So maybe all of the points are located in quadrant 1. No. So my answer there is C. Don't miss this. This is a freebie. If you miss this one, I'll be mad at you. Cassie's football equipment weighs 30 pounds. Cassie weighs X pounds. Which equation can be used to find T, the total weight of both Cassie and her equipment in pounds? Okay? So she weighs 30 pounds, and her weight weighs, she doesn't weigh 30 pounds. She'd be like a third grader or a 3-year-old. Her equipment weighs 30 pounds, and she weighs X pounds. Which equation can be used to find T, the total? Well, T equals what? Her equipment plus however much she weighs. C. That's easy. Number 11, draw and label a coordinate grid and label the following points. Okay, so on your test, it has a coordinate grid and you just have to match all of it. But let's go ahead and label these. So this is quadrant 1, and it is positive, positive. This is quadrant 2. It is -x, positive y. This is quadrant 3. This is negative, negative. This is quadrant 4, and it is positive, negative. Okay, 2.5, 3. So just kind of do your best here. Over 2.5, down 3. That's A. B is over 3. 1, 2, 3, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is in, so this was in quadrant 4. This is in quadrant 1. This is going to be in quadrant 3. So over 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2, 1, 2. And then this one is in quadrant 2. Over 3.5, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's all of the quadrants, all the points labeled. Easy enough. The graph shows a relationship between the side length of a regular hexagon and its perimeter. Which table best represents the relationship between the side length of a regular hexagon and its perimeter? Well, this is pretty easy because this is my x, this is my x, and this is my y. So you just plot these and see which one of these makes this true. Well, I'm going to blow my graph up a little bit. Okay, what is my graph counting by down here? Let's see. Start on 0 and count until you get to a whole number. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Counting by fourths. That's pretty nice, especially when you have all this nonsense here. I like to start out with looking at the whole numbers. So if I was to go right here, and I have 1 and 7, over 1, did it wind up on 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that wound up on 6. It's so tiny, it's kind of hard to tell. Let me make sure I tell you correctly because I don't want to give you the wrong answer. So, no, I think this should have been 6. So, this is going to be a no-go. Now, over 6, that's not even on our graph. Now, think about a half would be right there, and it should be on 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe. Over 1 up 6, we know that one worked. Over 1.5 up 9. Count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So C is our answer. And on your thing, it'll be easier for you to see because it'll be bigger. Okay. Okay, that's all on that one. Okay, graph 1 and 2 shown both represent relationships that have different rules. Okay, based on the information in graph 1 and 2, which statement is true? So I'm going to give you a second to read over those. Okay, number 1, it says graph number 2 represents a multiplicative relationship because its value is multiplied by 10. Here's graph number 2. Does graph number 2 include 0, 0? No, so it is not multiplicative. Graph number 1 represents a multiplicative relationship because its value is multiplied by 3, and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. It does include the ordered pair 0, 0, so that's good. So now we just need to make sure that it is actually multiplied by 3. So over 1 up 3, over 2 up 6, maybe. Graph 2 represents an additive relationship, yes, because its value, because a value of 10 is added and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. No. Graph 1 represents an additive relationship, no. It's got to be that. Okay, that's easy. Don't miss this one. This one's a freebie. Okay, that's it. So I need you to study. I need you to do your very best. Some of the questions could possibly be the exact same question. So you really should not do bad on this. Everybody should pass it. Okay, study.